Good day, single parents. I pray that you're doing well on today. My name is Tiffany Ross, and we are back with encouraging words for single parents. So, for the month of November, we are talking about Thanksgiving. We are talking about showing it, saying it, and spreading it. And we said that we are going to start in our homes first. So, this week's devotion is going to be we're going to be talking about every good thing comes from God. Our scriptures this week is James 1, verses 16 through 18, Romans 11, 33 through 36. I'm going to be reading from the Message translation. So, James 1, 16 through 18. So, my very dear friend, don't get thrown off course. Every desirable and beneficial gift comes out of heaven. The gifts are rivers of light, cascading down from the Father of light. There is nothing deceitful in God, nothing two-faced, nothing flickered. He brought us to life using the true word, showing us off as the crown of all creatures. Romans 11, verses 33 through 36. Have you ever come on anything quite like this extravagant generosity of God? This deep, deep wisdom. It was over our heads. We'll never figure it out. Is there anyone around who can explain God? Anyone smart enough to tell him what to do? Anyone who has done him such a huge favor that God has asked his advice. Everything comes from him. Everything happens through him. Everything ends up in him. Always glory. Always praise. Yes, yes, yes. I believe most of us can agree with the idea that every good thing comes from God. But do our words and attitudes agree with it? That question just really took me to whoa. Do our words and attitudes agree with it? One way to find out is to ask, is it obvious to others that I believe God is the provider of every good thing in my life? Realizing God is the source of our good comes with many benefits. Not only do we become more grateful when we realize we're not spinning up to the good in our lives, but we become less anxious about loss, better at caretaking, more generous in giving, and less friendly to pride. This week, I want you to try this exercise. The exercise is when you need to strengthen your gratitude, your grateful perspective. Think about something or someone good you have. After you think about it, I want you to work backwards until you find God is the source of that good thing. So when it said realizing God is the source, really spoke volumes to me. I remember me and my son, we was sitting here talking this weekend, and we was talking about the finance, the economic crash. We was talking about buying versus renting. You're 17 now. We're talking about finances. And we bought our home in 2006. And it was 2 years before the economic crash. I was back in church. I was rededicated back to God. I was going, faithfully giving, sowing what God told me to sow, being just obedient to what God was telling me to do in that season, not realizing what I was doing was I was sowing into my financial situation, because God knew that 2 years after I bought my home that the economy was going to crash. But what my son, I had to, break down to my son was, even though it crashed in 2008, we didn't feel the ripple effect. We was not in a position where we almost lost our home. We did not miss not one mortgage payment. We did not lack during that time. And it was because of an obedience, of being obedient with my finances when it came to the things of God. And we were sitting there, we was talking. I was like, everything that we have is because of him. I contribute everything that I have to God, because if it wasn't for God's grace and mercy upon me, I wouldn't have the things that I have today. I would not have been a homeowner back in 2006. I was less than 30 years old when I purchased our first home. Less than 30. And it wasn't nothing but the grace of God. So what I realized back then was everything that I have because my Father has given to me. Not anything that I did on my own. I didn't go out and make X amount of dollars and say, oh, I did this. No, God blessed me with a great job. God blessed me with a job that came with benefits. God blessed me with the finances that I needed to purchase this home. God blessed me with everything that I needed, the wisdom, the understanding, being able to knowing how to have everything consolidated to the point that I wouldn't lose anything. He knew he knew his plans for me, and all I had to do was follow suit. So when people say, well, Tiffany, how old was you? I was less than 30. And I'm still in my same home. We're still in our same home. We're still there. And I tell the Lord, thank you for our home. So, and I also tell the Lord, thank you for my children, because they are like a good thing to me. Because I'm going to tell you, them children really they caused my life to flip. They did. Because if I didn't have children, I don't think I would be right here. But they literally caused my life to flip. And I told the Lord, thank you. I told the Lord, thank you for everything, because it's because of him why I have what I have. So as you go through this week and you think about that good thing, that person or that thing that is good in your life, track it back to God being the source. Track down, how did you get there? And share with someone, how did you get there? How did you get there? How did you get there? Who was the source of where you are and why you are where you are today? So I want you to like really journey that. I know that's going to be a good journey. It's going to make your minds go back like, yeah, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And every time I wake up and I'm in the house, I'm in my home, and my feet hit the floor, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you, because today is a good day, because he allowed me to see it. So, Lord, I thank you. My children are in good health. Lord, I thank you. He's the source of everything. And when we really can capture hold of him being the source of everything, we can give him more thanksgiving. Though, we'll never be able to thank him enough for all that he do. But it doesn't hurt trying to say, thank you, Lord, for everything that you can really phantom to think and to know that if it wasn't for the grace of God, if it wasn't for his will, if it wasn't for his plan, if it wasn't for his hand or his eyes or even his heart turned towards us, we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't have what we have today. So as you continue throughout the month of November, continue to show, continue to say, continue to spread Thanksgiving everywhere that you go, and with everyone you know. So that is my word for this great week. I pray that the word has blessed you. I pray that you will go out and just show Thanksgiving and spread it everywhere that you go. As always, I continue to pray peace and blessings to be upon you everywhere you go and in everything that you do. Why? Because I want you to be blessed coming in and going out. So until next week, be blessed. Pray for me as I pray for you. Amen. Amen.